Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see, I have made the forge a lot taller and kind of repaired the cracks in the walls. It can hold about twice as much charcoal now, which will be nice because I was having an issue where the hairdryer was so powerful it was actually just blowing the charcoal out, but with the extra weight of the extra charcoal in there, it should stay in there, which means I can actually heat up fair-sized pieces of steel. So today I'm going to take this scrap piece of 1/2 inch round stock and I'm going to make a leaf on our little makeshift stump anvil. So, just like I would on my regular anvil, I'm going to start off by making a very short, very steep taper on this piece. Go for another heat. What I'm beginning to notice is, even though this is stabilized a lot more than in the previous episode, this still imparts a lot of the force to the stump compared to my other anvil. I would have been able to make this in probably definitely one heat, and I possibly wouldn't have even taken the entire heat to make the taper on my regular anvil. So I'm just noticing the differences. Alright, so I now have the taper forged. I'm going to go ahead and start drawing out the stem. This is going to take a long time, I think. As you can see, I've got the material isolated for the stem. There's a cold shut, several cold shuts right here. I'm hoping they don't develop further, as this may have to turn into a hook. I'm going to continue though, in case it doesn't do that. If it does happen that the cold shuts develop more, I will start over. But I don't think they will. They don't look too bad at the moment. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is start forming the leaf part itself. The cold shut developed until it broke off the stem. So what I've got to do now is make a hook out of it, because obviously, and then I'm going to start again and try and make another one. Figured out what the problem was though. My little anvil here had some very sharp corners, and those were digging into the metal, specifically when I isolated the materials. So I went ahead with a file and, you know, very roughly radius all of the corners and all of the sides so that won't happen again. might be a little hard to see, but there we go. You can see I've put a little bend in the bottom of the leaf. Out of what remained of the stem, I made a little screw hole. So, by my definition of a hook, this is a hook. I'm using my own definition, and that's basically just something that can hold something while being attached to something else. So, this can be attached to a wall, and then it can in turn, like, hold a small hand towel or something like that. So that's a hook in my book. I'm gonna go ahead and start forging another leaf. I will get back with you guys when I pick up where we left off. So, I have refined the stem of the leaf now. I'm going to go ahead and round it off, and then I'm going to finish the leaf part itself and do what I would normally do, which is bend the stem around in a decorative way into a loop so that it can be hung from something like a pendant. Alright, so I used a hand file to clean up the edges. See if I can... There we go. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing as the ones that I made in the Day of Leaves video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's kind of cool. I made several different designs and kind of developed a style of these that I like. But, I mean, even to this day, it amazes me what you can do with so little actual equipment. Of course, having a real anvil and, like, actual tools is very, very nice, and it you know, this took me a few hours, whereas it would have taken me under an hour to complete maybe 2 of those. But it still goes to show, you know, how much you can do with very little equipment. If you guys are trying this at home, there's one thing I forgot to mention in the first video, and that is if you're going to buy charcoal to power your forge, you can't use charcoal briquettes. They don't burn as hot as lump charcoal. You have to get hardwood lump charcoal, or you could make it. I have a video on that too. You should go check it out if you haven't seen it. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and please subscribe. And tell your friends who you think might be interested. It really does help my channel out. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next one.